Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 104 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it is almost time for Jasmine to go to her gig. So I have her brushing her teeth because the ideal moodlet for her to be in is confident. So brushing your teeth makes you confident. So I figured that would be a good one for her to be. So she is going to be confident for 4 of the hours that she is there. Now, pause right before the pop-up is going to come. Micah is at school. I got him to do his homework and his extra credit work, but I didn't have time. I was concentrating on him working on his aspiration. I really should have had him do an extra, like a project to try and get him to an A before the weekend. But we shall see. I'm not sure how well the Good Schools lot trait works if I'm not on the lot, but he's working hard. Saren is home. We're obviously not going to be able to do much with her when we go out with Jasmine on her work. And Connor, I was having him work on those 2 last character value traits to try and get them positive. So he has moved them up, but neither his empathy or his emotional control has been maxed yet. And the toddlers are sleeping. So I'm going to hit play and she should get the call to go to work. There we go. Exactly like I thought. So we're going to join her and I will be back when she gets there. So we're here. She needs to get into her hair and makeup. She needs to rehearse a scene with a coworker and tell a story. So let's see if we can find an actual coworker out here. Those are not the coworkers. Maybe they're inside already. I'm going to put the walls and cut away. And they're not even at their jobs. Producer. I wouldn't think the producers were, well, maybe this is a coworker. Nope, producer. Oh, here, this must be a coworker. Co-star. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do a cheerful introduction to start with. Hopefully she goes there instead of him coming, oh, we have a request to do a video. We'll see whether we do that or not. So over you come, my dear. Good, you're coming. And we will zoom in. Oh, she should have had it on the friend of the world aspiration, but oh well. We need to rehearse scene is what we need to do. We also need to tell a story. Actually, while we're here, because we are going to, I just need to remember swap it over. So hopefully I don't forget. I'll need to try and remember to swap it over as soon as she starts doing her actual scene, and then that'll be good enough. That will work. So we're going to rehearse the scene, and then we are going to tell a spooky. We're going to tell a story. It doesn't say what type of story it has to be. It just has to be a story. So let's take a look for, maybe I should have just taken that story that was coming up right at the top. Taken me a while. Get to know someone. Yeah. Tell an unbelievable story. Now we need to get to know someone. Do we know this person? We do not. So we're going to do a cheerful introduction, but she's walking away. Of course. Oh, we got some royalties to add to what they already have here. Let's take a look. And, okay, I'm going to pause. Is she actually going over there? Oh, she's tense. And I'm going to build a skill... violin and build skill handiness. So are you going to, okay, you're here. And I don't know why that helps with the manners. Okay, the Sims keep leaving on me. Get to know. Well, I will do that for the director. And we know him. We're going to do a cheerful introduction over here, and we need to compliment a sim. So maybe we can see whether or not we can do a complimenting of sim over here. Complimenting outfit will count for that. And then as soon as we've done that, we're actually going to go over and try and get our hair and makeup and stuff on and forget about this getting to know. We're going to just come here and get hair and makeup. Even though I normally like to, talk to the sim, I probably should have. But I've already spent a lot of time doing the other things and chatting and whatnot. So we're not going to do that. So because I'm probably not going to introduce ourselves to anyone else, I'm going to just put her on to her aspiration we're actually working on instead. So hopefully we have success because we have already, made friends with her. It was a bit odd because of the mirror there reflecting back the room. Fingers crossed. I did want to test it out anyways. But it probably wasn't a good one to test it out with because she actually needs to get this done properly. So the makeup looks good. Thank you. Can we compliment her? Friendly. It's not coming out very easily, so we're not going to. Friendly. Well, we're going to ask about her day when she's leaving. Do we know her? Well, I remember that. We're friends. Do we know her? We'll just do, we'll swap back and I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. Friend of the world. Because we're chasing her down. Like, let's not do that. Let's just come over here. She looks like she's pretty tense. Hopefully a cheerful introduction will help make her feel better. Yay, it did. We're just going to get into costume. Always good. Change her from her tense mood into a happy mood. Okay, so get into her costume. And then I don't want to, I was going to have her compliment her, but since we don't know, we can help fix a bad relationship. Friendly. This compliment's just not coming up very quickly. Compliment outfit. Oh, we have she probably was tense from maybe having not stolen something in a while. My goodness, they just don't want us to compliment them. There we go. So it's 12:30. We have till 6 to finish this. So that's the director. So we are going to tell the director we are ready to perform. That's quite the outfit. What job is she doing? She's doing Last Town in the West. I don't recall if I've done this gig before with other Sims. Particularly with my Get Famous Let's Play Sim. It just doesn't sound familiar, but it's possible. I've done a few. I've definitely done a few. So we're saying we're ready. So the light should go off out here and on the screen. So we need to risky sing. I'm gonna get that. And there she goes. Pause it. So we have a couple of dance scenes. Risky. That's part 2. We don't want to do part 2. We want to do part 1. We're going to do the risky dance part 1. I think it's hilarious. So then we're going to do the risky dance 2. And then we'll do the risky play guitar because I see that's already up there, so we can do that. I'm going fast. Go do your guitar scene. And where's the risky lock? Oh, it must be over here. I see. It's all glowy. Oh, well, we'll wait. So we're going to focus in on her with her guitar scene. So she's got a silver. It's only 2:30. So I don't hear anything. So hopefully it's just my headphone. And there's some sound going. So there we go. She's like all doing her breathing. And no. There it is. Risky lockup. Oh, we already have a gold. Yay, we got our gold. That's all the, okay. I don't know why she was on that side, because you would have thought if you're locking someone up, you'd be on the other side. Oh, these walls keep getting in my way. Oh, Micah completed his aspiration. Kind of wanted to see a closer look. And there we are done. Oh, that's because he got his A. Yes, he got his A even without doing the extra credit work. And that was the money I had Lacey take a day off. I could have had her go to work because we weren't there anyway, so she could have just gone to work. But we're going to see what happens. Oh, someone's angry with her work day when the pop-up comes. She got a gold, she earned money, she got some fame, and she got a promotion. So we are going to go home and see the verdict as to whether, I think she got a star, whether that completed this part of the aspiration. Fingers crossed. So we are here, and we didn't get a gold in a commercial acting gig. She is a B-lister, but it didn't count. She's going to be with us till the end. I know it. Because there won't be any point moving her out if she doesn't get it. So there won't be any point moving her out. So, world famous celebrity, my dear. I guess you're going to be here with us to the end. I guess you'll just help us with the kids and the toddlers and stuff like that. Well, we need to host a meet and greet. We're going to take her off of that for now and stick her on Friend of the World. Yeah. So, Connor, I had wanted to age you up in this part, but because we were busy, which I forgot when I commented that, we'll get him to do all this stuff. I forgot that we are going to be at a gig with Jasmine. Biggest mistake. Who is her acting agency? Let me just check. She's on the Well-Suited Talent Agency. So we may get her to hire a new one because I think there may have been one more. I can't remember. But before I do that, let me check in on Connor and where he is. So his empathy, his emotional control is so close. It's so close. But his empathy, let's hope he doesn't mess up on the other ones by going to do this volunteering. But off you go. Well, you know what? Take Saren. Oh, no, don't take her. She can do it later on her own. You're going to go volunteer at a walk to fight disease. There you go. Off you go so that maybe we can have you age up afterwards. Saren, let's check. So your conflict resolution is fine, but your manners, you have a teensy bit left to go on that, but you have everything else. So why don't we have Lacey, who's over here on the computer, and Saren, where are you? You're over here on this TV. So Lacey, you're going to come here and you are going to come over here and teach to say please and thank you. Yep. And you... Yay, got your responsibility is not very high, but we'll leave you. We won't worry about that right now because you have time as a teen. Plus, you can always do your homework or honestly, just a school project. So creativity, why don't we and social? No, motor, that's the one I want. Play on the jungle gym while playful. How is you're actually not, you're not really that dirty, but you're going to come over here and have a bath anyways. You're going to come and play in the bath. And then when you're finished playing in the bath, you're going to come over here. The reason the weather is nice is because when I loaded into the save, I think the last time it was like thundering. So I had Lacey go out and change the forecast to clear skies. So we tend to have a lot of clear weather. I was thinking of going in and changing the weather itself. Oh no, she is on the top one that I like. It was the Gran was the one that I remembered, that there was another one that was called Gran, but the Well-Suited is actually the best one. So we're going to leave her where she is. And we're going to have her check for a gig now. So that maybe the next one will finally do it. I would think the next one would indeed do it. So you're hopefully learning soon. You were talking. You don't need to talk. Head on out. Let's check in on... Okay, we have our gigs. So I think we're going to do this... I've done both of these two. I definitely know I've done before, the Detective Law and the ZBB Apocalypse Rising. So they both require fitness level 5, and they're both exactly at the same time. Actually, I don't want her to do that because I want her to skip her audition. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into her Simology if I'm on the right sim. And I want her to buy this and then this. That's what I want. Because then I'm going to go in again. No. Haven't finished my where I need to get on this aspiration yet, so I can't switch. So we're going to check for gigs. And yay, we got them. So we won't have to go to the audition because it's skippable, because that third, if you go up that one thing with the, not the one that has to do, the one in the, there's three. There's one on the left, the middle, and the right. So the one on the right, if you go up and get it from the third on the right, that one helps you skip auditions. So detective law is the one we're going to do. So you, my dear, are still sleeping. Let's check in on the rest of your needs. You're okay, except for that you're tired. You are a little tired, but not too bad. So why don't you come over here, and we're going to give him a second win just to get him popped up a little teeny bit. And then when you're finished doing that, why don't we teach shapes to Antonio. That's what we're going to do. And you are teaching to say sorry. And the nanny, we have a different nanny there, and she is doing some cooking. We're going to encourage learning about, no, not sorry, please and thank you. We're going to encourage that, and let's check in if that's going to be good enough. She needs to have a shower. The Simology tab, she's almost there, but I think this is going to be good enough probably for me. But because she could have a shower, and then we could have a, it's just barely there. But all she has to do is do a few friendly introductions as a teen, and then she can get it. Or do this at the table, or clean up the dishes. All those things can help quite easily with manners. So it's not like we have to, and then she's in there. So we're gonna have a birthday for her, but first we are going to let her take a shower. And Connor, to set that emotional control just under, and that'd be like, it would be not very nice to not get it just because it was just under. So when you're finished with that, you are going to come over here, and I keep dragging these easels. I love that they're click draggable and put into your inventory, but that is the downside. So we're going to put that here, and you're going to come over here and begin a stream, because it's just more that I don't want her to go down versus, I mean, it'd be nice also for her to go up, but the issue is her going down. So she's just going to do that. They're showering. I am hoping for Connor to get back, so I will be back when we are about to hopefully age up both Saren and Connor. Well, it's time to age up Connor because he does have all of his things in a range. He has he's an A student, and he had completed his actual Mansion Baron aspiration, which is the aspiration he aged up with. And I just happened to stick him over onto the fabulously wealthy one because it is a fortune aspiration. Not that it's necessary. So we are going to have him blow out the candles first. Make sure I'm on the right sim. And so we're going to have our first birthday. Let me get a picture. Luckily, and he didn't get it anyways. This time's the charm. Second time's the charm. And there we go. And I have sound again. I ended up rebooting my game, my computer, and the sound is working again. So it wasn't my headphones. It was actually the sound in the game. From what I could tell from looking at the recording that I had, it wasn't picking up. So sorry about that, but at least you heard me talking. So he has got all of his positive character values, all 5 of them. And the trait that he rolled here is a art lover. So that is his adult trait. So he is a glutton, creative, and an art lover. And he had a fortune aspiration. So there we go. There's our Connor as a young adult. So he's going to add birthday candles because we're going to age up Saren also. There we go. Gone are the days of parties, though we will probably be having some parties for, soon. But I think the problem with that I've sort of stopped on the parties is because I think both Lacey and Nicholas need to have them in unique locations, and we always have our birthdays here, so I haven't bothered with it. So she has been working on her emotional control a little bit, hasn't done very much, but we can do that as a teen. So I'm going to put the walls back and cut away just so we can watch her going over here. And you, my dear, are going to come and blow out your candles also. Put those walls back up because she's physically, socially, creatively, and mentally gifted. So she's got all 4 done. She still needs to work on her scouts, but she can do the rest of that as a teen. She doesn't need to get it done as a child. Just because I've sort of thrown that in. It wasn't part of my original goals, but I really do like them to have the scouting aptitude. She's kind of, oh good, she didn't get it because I didn't really get a good view from where I was. The angle wasn't the best. So in this case, it was good that she didn't get it. So let me check what her aspiration that I had rolled before is and her trait. So her aspiration is actually party animal. So we are going to have some parties. But before she does that, she has to get the first tier, which is meeting people, done. I'm pretty sure that's the first tier of the party animal. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm confused with another one. We'll be checking when we go into it, but I think it is. And she has the dance machine trait. I used to use the dance machine trait a lot, especially for rags to riches, because they can have disco naps, which means they don't have to, I find that the disco naps seem to do more than a regular nap. But the downside of them is that then they have to dance or they get bored. Where's the party at? And if you ever decide to remove the trait through cheats, for sure. I'm not sure about with the potion. It's one of those traits that glitches out when you remove it, and they still will get the bored moodlet, but unfortunately you can't dance to get rid of it. So it's not a good one to cheat away, or in my experience, it's not been. So we're going to say done. And here she is. Not the best view. Let's let the glowies go so we can actually see her. Oh, she's pretty. So not with the eyes partially closed, but there, she's very pretty. I probably will change her hair. I'll probably change her hair in between parts, as well as just her clothes in general. So there's our Saren, and Connor has aged up. I'll probably have him just join a career just because, so that he has a job before he leaves the house. And but I will move him out. We are going to move in Evie's boyfriend so that we can get his skills up. But I may, in between parts, try and see if I can somehow get him to come over so that we can introduce ourselves to him and become friends before we move him in. Because if you just move him in, you're not going to get a very good friendship. But if you actually befriend him and then move him in, then because they have the incredibly friendly trait and the club boost, then we'll be able to be friends with him. So I will do that. If I do that, it'll be off camera. In the next part, he will be part of our household. But that's it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.